because I
Sorry.
couldn't really find out when I was going to get out until one day I looked back and it was like, when the heck did I get out? When did that happen?
Yes.
You know, and
Right.
I'm out and look where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, when you hear your story, I tell you what happened along the way to where you are now. It doesn't only affect you, but your family. I know don't you have twins? I'm trying to remember.
yeah, you remember. I'm now Anna of 5. I just have a month old, brand new grandbaby daughter, little girl. Excuse me. Uh,
Congratulations.
Thank you. She's gorgeous, Miss Amaya Serenity. Gave her the name Serenity because we needed some peace in the land. We got those other ones are so busy. I needed somebody to be calm, so we named her Serenity. But no, I'm tremendously blessed. I do very large family, 4 children, now 5 grandchildren. It's interesting. In the midst of my transition, I have lost now both parents.
Mm,
Um, my daddy's girl lost my dad at the beginning of this year to COVID, believe it or not,
oh, I'm so sorry.
so quickly. And in the midst of that, divorced my high school sweetheart, so
Mm,
it's just amazing. And it's like, what do you mean? Look at me. How am I single? And it's a beast. Dating is a beast. I will tell you that. So, but guess what? I am so whole. I'm so happy.
yeah,
I'm so content. Have a great relationship with my ex-husband.
yeah,
Certainly my children, my family. I'm in a great place.
yeah.
And it hasn't always been this way. I had to go through my dark season. So I
Mm,
want to be clear. If someone's out there right now listening to us and thinking, man, I can't get over this, you can. You can. You really can. You're listening to a living testimony. And
wow.
I did.
Now that sounds like a book now. I know you're already an author, right? You want to share about your book and any upcoming books you have in yourself within you.
Yeah. So interesting. Just last night when I was interviewing my guest, I was talking about when I first got started. My first book was Testimony, a Second Chance, making the next time the best time, right? Which is indicative of another book. Like there's the next time, so it's going to be better. I got to write it.
Right.
So I thought that I was going to have an anthology, a compilation of other authors sharing their testimonies of how they overcame whatever they,
Mm,
experienced in life. I had no idea that God had other plans, and it became a TV and a radio show. So at this point, I don't know how many guests I've ever had because I never counted.
mm,
I never kept up with that, but
right.
it has exceeded my own expectations. But there is another book, and that book is the next time. What the sequel to Testimony, a Second Chance, making the next time the best time. And I think it has a lot to do with where I am in this season. This season has just started. There's so many blessings I can't count right now, but I don't want it to go fast. I ask God when he does it to do it in slow motion like the Matrix.
Yeah, I know. So you can enjoy it even more, right?
Exactly. That is it. If your seasons are hard and they feel long, look for a very good and long recovery. And that's where I'm at. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna ride this season until the wheels fall off.
And while you're doing that, there's going to be others that's going to be blessed and influenced because of your blessing. It doesn't just stop with you, right, Sheree? It goes on and like a domino effect. It keeps
It
going
is a
and going.
and that's it. I think I really want to salute you, Dr. Seegers, for all you have done. Your willingness to be out there, to be out front, to lift your voice. You know what I mean? To be a leader, to be an example, lead by example. It takes courage to do that. It takes a lot of guts to do that. You got to have grit to do that. You got to have in and everything else. But to be able to do this, the reason why we do this, we're not just sharing out business just to do that. No, we're trying to inspire another generation, especially women, young women. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
they need a foundation. They need someone to look up to that has actually been there, done that. What if they got the T-shirt?
That's right.
The T-shirt, yeah, yeah, no, and can have a true conversations, but set a solid foundation for them that they can continue to build upon. And I'm excited about being able to do that. And anytime, I mean, I'm an open book. Nothing's off limits. Anything you want to ask me, and I will give you a genuine, authentic answer.
Mhm. And that's what I love about you too. I mean, you're so authentic and you're so down to earth and you're just so real, and sometimes it's hard to find people like that. So
Yeah,
tell us a little bit more about your podcast as well and your audio, all of that, if you don't mind.
I I love it. I love it. That is actually where I play, right? So I do a lot of mental work. I'm a banker doing numbers, have staff, a lot of community engagement. There's just a lot on my plate. However, I'm a big fan of not pouring from an empty cup. And so I want to just insert that. As much as I do it because I love it, not because I have to. It's a privilege that I get to do it. But I'm very, very conscientious of keeping my own cup full. And what that means in layman's term is I take care of me.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm spa all the time now.
Yeah.
I'm done, this hair done, this feet rubbed. I'm going on a vacation, or just out of town. I mean, it's amazing where I am. And the season before didn't look like it. It didn't even look like it was possible. So I'm huge on that. But thanks for mentioning Courageous Conversations with Sheree. I just met with a media group on yesterday who now wants me to write a column about business, and also co-host another show here
Mhm.
where and with the bank. And it's so funny because he said to me, he said, yeah, we're gonna spotlight the credit union, but Sheree, we want you. Like you are the recipe. Like
Mhm.
you're like we want you. That feels so good. I'd be lying to you right now if I tell you that didn't feel good. That felt like I just received $1 billion.
Yeah.
Not even a million, $1 billion. When someone sees you, values you, honors you, validates you, not that we have to go out seeking it. And
Right.
I think that's the secret. I wasn't looking for it,
Right.
but and so it's just amazing. But Courageous Conversation still airs on WRUU 107.5 FM in Savannah
Mhm.
every Thursday between 1 and 2. So I'm always looking for guests. You obviously know you have an open invitation to come back at any time.
Yeah.
I look forward to do it. That is my playground. That's where I get out. And I love and that's what they were attracted to.
Mhm.
You're so natural on the camera. It's like, I just genuinely am fascinated by people and their journeys.
Yeah.
And I want to know what makes them tick, what makes them happy, why they jump out of bed, what is their why. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? I just want to know that. Like, I'm just curious. I just love, and people say this all the time, I love people. No, I really do. But I want them to know that too. I want them to feel loved, valued, and heard. And so, but Courageous Conversation is just doing its thing. There's no pressure with my radio show. I, love the lives.
Mhm.
However, I have recorded
Mhm.
broadcasts that I'll repeat occasionally when I'm just stretched too thin or traveling and
Yeah.
other. Um, but no, I'm just having a great time.
And life should be like that. Sometimes we put more stress on ourselves and for what? I always say, I need you, you need me. We're not an island to ourselves and let's work together. Let's do it together.
Yes. So I'm delighted about the opportunities that I've been afforded. I'm looking forward to more than anything is providing opportunities to others.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it. If we do this just for ourselves, then that's not. Yeah, I can't get with that. And my phone rings anyway. I apologize.
That's okay. You're in demand, I know, and I just so honored that you took time out of your busy schedule just to meet with us. I've been looking forward to this. I kept saying, "Oh, I'm so excited," that she said yes. So,
Yeah,
Sheree, I honor you for what you're doing. You are really a role model for so many people, uh,
thank
girls and boys, young women and young men, because nothing is impossible if you put your mind to it, and you
you.
proven that.
You know, I love that you mentioned the young men. I love my young ladies, but I love you. I love the fact that you mentioned the young men too, because I got a bonus blessing recently.
Yeah.
A beautiful burgundy F-type Jaguar. It is I was a convertible, right?
Yes, yes.
And I went to purchase a Mercedes convertible,
Mhm.
and 15 minutes before I arrived, they sold it. And I was devastated.
I
I
know.
are so bad. Leave there, goes to another dealership in South Carolina. I was in Georgia. I left there and went to South Carolina.
Right.
It was and they were like, "Oh no, you got to sit in this car, right?" I'm not looking for a Jag. I'm not looking for a Jag at all. It's
Right.
the blessings that will run you down and overtake you. This is what I'm saying to encourage somebody.
Yes.
And I'm not saying this to boast. I'm just saying this to encourage somebody.
Mhm.
I was devastated that that other car was sold.
I
And
know.
I really was in a funk about going to this other dealership, but I went.
Right.
Okay. Went to this other dealership and they're like, oh no, you got to get in this Jag. Not looking for a Jag. Get in the car seat. Fits like a glove.
Oh,
Now, that was a convertible.
right.
That convertible was $98,000. I said, no way. I'm not, no, but I'm not signing on that dotted line, right? Nice car. So I don't want that bad. So ended up, they had another Jag on the lot that they had just received. Now I just missed the other one. They
Right.
had just brought this other Jag on.
Uh-huh.
So talk about timing. So I get there, I get in the other Jag and crank that thing up. And that baby, she growled. She growled, Miss Mary. I don't know why I fell in love with the growl, but I fell in love with the growl. And I was so sold. And then I got down the road with it. And honey, I've been driving that thing like crazy. I wasn't even looking for that blessing. I'm about to tell y'all. And no, I didn't pay nowhere near. I think I paid 40 grand for it. But I
Wow.
didn't. And it's amazing. It's a beautiful vehicle. I'm just enjoying life.
Yes.
I say that because of the young men. Every time I'm driving somewhere, it's a head turner.
Mhm.
And they're to a restaurant, and this young man was in the window serving me, and he was just checking it out. And I said, you know, you can have one of these. Like you can have whatever you put your mind to.
Yes.
And so I drive it to encourage the young people, the younger generations. You can have what you want. You really can. So anyway, that was my short little spiel. I am enjoying it. I do want to be a role model and inspiration for others.
Because so many times we put limits on our own abilities, our own skill set, our own gift or whatever, and not allow God to use and tap into that, you know.
Yeah.
So how would you encourage our young people and even people, senior, when they hit that fence or that gateway to say, can I really do it? What words of encouragement or inspiration can you give to let them know you can do it? Is it going to
I,
be easy? No.
I would say this.
Mhm.
It's not over until you're dead.
Wow.
That's what I would say. It's not over until you're dead. Until you're not breathing, until you don't pop those big, beautiful eyes open every morning, it's not over, baby. Get up, right? It's never too late for a second chance. And a second chance is just anything after one. It could be your 10,000th try.
Mhm.
Wake up and you're still breathing. You get up and you do something. You just do it. It's not over until you're dead.
Oh, wow. And with that, there's no excuse, right?
Straight excuses.
Right. So how can people reach out to you if they, I know you're in South Carolina, right? You're North Carolina. Okay, so
Yeah.
come
So
down.
I'm certainly on, have my website, ShereeDarien.com. I also have both of the nonprofit emails, Second Chance CDFI website, as well as Second Chance Community Outreach.
Mhm.
Certainly on Facebook and Instagram. as well. Sheree Darien, everything Sheree Darien or Second Chance. You can Google me. If you just look that up, you'll find me right there at your disposal. And certainly, I got to put a plug in for what was Heritage Trust Credit Union, Federal Credit Union. It is now Rev, like we're revving up that Jaguar engine.
All right.
Rev Federal Credit Union. I'm in Walterboro, South Carolina. But guess what? We're really everywhere because electronic banking, you can bank from anywhere. You can bank online. And so I'm looking for entrepreneurs, especially that is my passion. But we have members here. And I do love that. I need to do a whole nother segment just about the difference between traditional banking institutions and a credit union and let people know how it is seriously member focused. It is really member focused. And I can tell you what that means from a former corporate banker versus now a leader in the credit union world. So, yeah.
Wonderful. I belong to credit union. I love it. So I know what you're speaking about. So,
Yeah.
And more people need to get involved in that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Rates are crazy. I mean, I say crazy, that means good.
Mhm.
To where I came from, there are so many benefits to the actual consumer, to the actual customer. Here we call them members.
Yeah.
But no, it's been an absolute pleasure being on with you. I know we've gone over just a tad bit.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love it, so you have to stop me.
And I honor you and appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. So can you want to leave any closing last words with our audience? And again, I appreciate you taking time out to be with us. I really appreciate that because your goals did not stop you. I mean, you set them, you made them, and you keep going.
Yeah, and I pivot. I didn't use that word, which I typically use a lot. There are times when you just have to pivot, which means you have to go and you make an adjustment.
Make an adjustment.
It's a needle point shift in the right direction. The
Mm-hmm.
key, something Oprah Winfrey always says, what is the next right move? What is the next right decision? What is the next right, you fill in the blank?
Right.
Figure that out. Don't try to figure out a football field long of decisions. What is the next one? So take that right step, next step in the right direction, and you'll get to where you need to go. Remember, it's not the destination that matters. It's the journey, baby. It is the journey.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Sheree. We'll talk soon. Be blessed now.
Thank you, dear.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.